Morning folks, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. What we're going to do today is we're going to take this block of end cut walnut that came from our knife shop in Indianapolis, and we're going to make a handle for this Mora 2.0 high carbon steel blade. Stay with me and we'll get started. Alright, so I've cut a piece down now. That's the size I want for my handle. It gives me a little bit of room for shaping, but it's not much bigger than it's going to be in its finished state. Now, I've drilled a hole in it 1/4 of an inch that this tang will drop down inside of, but the problem is you've got a flare on this tang. So we have to address that flare of the tang, otherwise we're going to split this handle out. The way we're going to do that is, I've taken a piece of scrap metal stock here that was the same width as that flare on the blade. It's actually a little bit wider. And I'm going to heat this up in my forge, and I'm actually going to burn down inside this thing straight down to allow that space in there for that flare to drop down into. Now I've got my blade in the vise with the tang up, and I'm going to get some Gorilla Glue on this tang. The Gorilla Glue probably works better for this kind of stuff in all actuality than epoxy does. We use Gorilla Glue on all of our knives at the Pathfinder knife shop, and all the handle material and things like that. It's not going to take a whole lot of this because this stuff really does expand a ton, but you want to get it on there and just get a good thin coating on that entire tang. And once you've got that, you should be able to take that piece that you burned out, drop it right down on top of it, pound her down to flush, and let her dry. And then you can come back in and shape this handle, put a cardboard cover on this blade, and you can then shape this handle exactly the way you want it in about 4 hours. There we go. Now we're talking. Good. You're just rounding that off right there on that bottom edge. Get myself as close as I can to that cutting blade. So when I'm carving, I'm not having to reach for it. It's right there. That's the way I like them. Dress up all my facets here real quick. Make sure that's all even. The handle's a little bit tapered this way, going down this way. I like them that way. Just like that. There we go. This facet ran back in there. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. All right guys, we've rubbed this handle down now with some boiled linseed oil, and I went ahead and burned my maker's mark into the handle here. And you can see where we're at. Looks pretty good. It's comfortable in the hand. I like the way it feels. I'm going to go ahead and cover the blade back up here and let everything dry really good. And then I'll put it in a leather sheath that I probably already got that will fit it somewhere. Clean up any epoxy and anything like that around the edge of the blade when it's all dry and done. But for now, we're good to go. It's really, really easy to put a hardwood handle on a Mora blank that you buy off the internet. Again, we're going to have these things on our website pretty soon in probably both stainless and high carbon steel, so that you can buy them. We're also working on putting some component parts like some hardwood on our website as well, because we have a lot of leftover pieces of walnut and things like that at our knife shop in Indianapolis. There's no reason to not offer those things out to people so that they can make their own knives and their own kit knives as well. Listen guys, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School. I appreciate you joining me for this video today on quickly putting a hardwood handle on a Mora blank. I appreciate your views and I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family and our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks guys.